Hey y'all, so I have been working on a lot of different things. I'll say a lot. It's been maybe like 4 different things in the last week, but I do have several things to show you. So I have one finished object and some works in progress and a work I should have started, but I haven't started. But the first thing I show you is the finished object. Now, my little boy has been wearing them since I finished them. So he's been wearing them for like the last 2 days, so they are dirty. But I finished a pair of socks. The stripes did not match up perfectly because when I started this one, I didn't realize the stripes had 2 different size stripes. He loves them though. You see he's been wearing them. These are my little boys. This is it's just a vanilla toe-up sock pattern. Sorry, there is a cat sitting underneath me and she's clawing at the bottom of my foot. I know she's down there. But anyway, the yarn is from Hobbii. It is a Silly Socks. I don't remember the color number, but it's the only one that literally looks like this. So if you go on the website and go to the Silly Socks, you can easily find it. It's only one of these kind of primary colors. But that's the only finished objects I've had for this week, which this is the first week of September. So this is the only finished object, which means I've only used up 50 grams of yarn for this month so far. But hey, one thing done, so that's fine. I'm gonna throw it over there. They need to be washed. Okay, the next thing, it's not a finished object. It's partially finished. Is that what you call it? But I showed y'all this big old blob, and I have the label this time, but it's the Yarn Bee Showstopper is what this is, and it's the color pewter. And I've been spinning this, so I've been spinning it on this spindle right here. So I did get one spindle completely ready. It ended up doing let me move my big head. Okay, focus. Anyway, see if I can try it. Oh my gosh, come on now. There we go, ish. Here. Anyway, I ended up doing a 3-ply, and this one ended up being 38 grams and 118 yards. Now, it's not perfectly a fingering weight yarn, but it's pretty close. It's like a heavy fingering, so I'm happy with that. That works for me. So that's one, which 118 yards, it's not gonna be enough to make a pair of socks, but I can only spin so much on a spindle. So you see I got another spindle full that I've got to ply, and I will probably be doing that tomorrow. But then I also have another spindle I am working on too, which you see it's about a quarter of the way there. And you see how much I still got left. So that's what my partially finished project is. So I've got these 3 so far, but I still got this one, and I still got a whole nother one of these. But my goal is to spin up a 3-ply sock yarn and make a pair of socks out of it. So that is my partially finished project. But like I said, that was Showstopper from Yarn Bee. I think they still carry that. It's from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. It's from Hobby Lobby. So there's that. Then the works in progress I am still working on from last week. I have 2, which I didn't show the last time. Go to bed, little girl. She's supposed to be in bed and she don't want to go to sleep. Anyway, I had a basket I've been knitting, but I'm not so sure I like it, so I may not finish it. I may frog it and do a different, maybe just a basic plain crochet basket, so it's like more sturdy is what I'm thinking. So I did not show that last week because I also did not work on it this week or last week because I'm indecisive what I'm going to do, and I'm leaning more and more towards frog it and make a crochet basket that way sturdier. So we'll see. Nothing wrong with the pattern or anything. It's just I want something more rigid and sturdy than what it is. Now, the project I was working on last week too that did not get finished is this one. It's a cross stitch one. You can see where I've been working on his hand. I did get a pretty good bit done. I got his overalls basically done. I still had to do like the yellow what's it called? The button, the yellow button. But I did get his overalls finished basically. One of his foot finished, his hands about to be finished, and his face partially done. And you see Bowser over there. And I have not started Mario because I'm going to finish Luigi before I start Mario. I don't remember where on Etsy I got these patterns, but I did get them off Etsy. It doesn't say on the printout. They just come like this. I'm just finding myself. But all I did was typed in Mario cross stitch and it popped up, and you have to buy all 3 of these, I believe, separate. It's been like over a year since I bought them, so I've been working on those, and they all supposed to be separate, but I'm combining them onto one piece of material to make one picture instead of 3 different pictures for my little boy. But that's that one. I got Bowser and Luigi almost finished. So that's, I have been working on a pretty good bit, but I have my other project, my last project I'm going to show you is the one I've been working on the most the last couple days. And this one has been like I've been working on it, but not like a lot. So my last work in progress that I have been working on is a sweater pattern, which I showed it already. It's the No Frills sweater by Petite Knit. I am doing the size large because I am a little bit bigger person. And it's turning out really pretty. This is it. I am partially done with the, trying to stretch it out so you can see the yoke. You see, it'll be like, voila. I don't got very far. But I did have to frog it. So it's a top down, and you do the ribbing at the top, obviously, and then it does have short row shaping in the back. So let's see if you hold it straight, like, is that even? Yeah, that's even. You see the collar's a little bit lower in the front. But I don't know what happened. I didn't understand the short row shaping for some reason. I don't know. It was late at night when I was doing it. I guess that's what happened. I don't know. But either way, I was doing it. I was like, this isn't right. And I looked back at the instructions. Sorry, I got a piece of fuzz in my nose from this. It's just got alpaca. It's fuzzy. Anyway, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did I even do that? So I had to frog it all the way back down to the ribbing and do the whole section of short row shaping all over again. So right now I am halfway, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I am halfway through with the yoke. So you can see where the sleeves coming, and it turned out really pretty so far. Like, you see those colors? Aren't they so pretty? Oh my gosh, try again. Aren't they so pretty? And it's super soft. It's gonna be so cozy. But I am using a yarn from Hobby Lobby. I got it on sale. It's the Yarn Bee Authentic hand dyed, and it's called Bed of Roses. This is what it looks like in the skein. It is so pretty. I got it out a closeout. I guess it's a closeout store. It's the only one here in Grenada where I live, and it's called Walls. But they had a whole bunch of them. 4 or 5, I believe. I think it's 4 or 5, and I got all of them. And of course, it says $14.99, but it was half price, so I only paid like $7 for one. And it's got a lot of yardage. It's 100 grams and 400 yards. So that's a pretty good deal, and it's super soft. And it is 100% superwash merino. It's so pretty. So I'm using that, and I am holding it double with Ice Yarns Baby Alpaca Super Fun. It's 65369 is the number. It's just a plain like white color, and you see it's really pretty together. It's super soft. So that project, this one, I know it's not gonna be finished this week, but I want to at least get it through with the yoke and start working on the body part this week. That's what I'm wanting to do. We'll see how that actually goes. Okay, and I do have one project that I am going to start this week. It should not take but a couple days to finish, and it's a pair of socks for my little girl. She saw my little boys, and now she's wanting a new pair of socks. So I have this Hobie yarn. It's the Silly Socks Flower Pop, and it's the color 5. So this one is the 50-gram ball that you get with your points for free in the point store on Hobie. But if you go to just a regular website, you can type in Silly Socks and it pops up, and you can tell by the color. I don't think it's the same color number or anything, but you can go by just like what it looks like, and you can tell which one's which. But it's 75% wool and 25% polyamide. And that's that. And I'm just gonna make her a pair of toe up vanilla socks, just like my little boy, and just use up the rest of this. I don't know. I think I'm not gonna split this one in half this time, just because I want the stripes to match, and I don't know where that purple even came from. So what I'll probably do is make one sock to where it uses about 25 grams, and then make the other sock and wish it well, because I only have one of these, and well, my little girl's not picky either, but there's more purple in there. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is just start with the purple and do the toe and work my way up on the first sock, and do the same thing with the purple and work my way up and see what happens. Wish it well, huh? My little girl's not picky about her socks either. She don't even care. Like me, they have to be matching. I like matching socks. I can't deal with it. My kids, they don't care. Okay, and I did get something I should have been working on today. It's a class. They do it on YouTube, and it's by the Why Not Stitching Embroidery Academy, and it's for the flower basket. And it's so pretty. It's the Why Not Stitching Embroidery Academy. You can find her on Facebook. I think she's on Instagram. She has a website. But it's a free little class she did for the weekend, and I don't know if it's still being offered or if it was like a weekend thing or what. But you get the pattern for it, and you see, use the pattern. Shows you what colors, what stitches you'll be using, the template. You gotta print it all out, obviously, and then you don't have to do these colors, but she does tell you which colors these are, and then you can choose either to use that or use something else. And she does a full video for 2 days. So the first day you do like the basket and a couple of the flowers, I believe, and a leaf or something. And then the second day, which was today, you do the rest of it. She walks you through how to do everything, which is kind of cool to me. So that I should have did this weekend, but for me, if I'm gonna do something like this and watch a video tutorial to do it, it's easier for me to do it during the week than on the weekend, because I don't have to stop with the kids. I can do it like first thing in the morning when the kids are at school, and I can work on it for 30 minutes or so before I have to do whatever I need to do. This cat, I'm sure you can probably hear her bell. I got 2 cats, and one of them, her name is Loca, because she's absolutely crazy, and that's the one you probably hear her bell running everywhere. Anyway, because I signed up for the class and the live videos or whatever, I got a link to watch the video after it had already played. So that's what I'll be doing. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in the morning, because I haven't even I only think I have done is went through the yarn. The threads I already have, trying to match up with what she used, and some of them match pretty good and then other ones don't. But I did see, because it's a Facebook group, I did see where people were taking different colors and doing it, and then some of them was really pretty, so I may actually do that. I do have all of this thread here. This is just a cheap J&P coats. I don't want to use my DMC for this. This is a project I've never really did embroidery like this, so I want to use my cheaper thread. So I do have these. I have these in the cheaper thread, and then I also have all of these. So I have plenty to choose from, so I need to go through and figure out exactly what colors I want to use to start that. And I also got to go find some material. I have material, but I'm not sure if I have any plain solid material, so that I do got to figure out. I'm so sleepy. Anyway, there's that. So I need to do that tomorrow, but we'll see if it actually gets done. Either way, I do want it done this week. I do want to get it done, finished this week. And then let's go into what I actually bought. So I did buy some heat erase marking pens, just because I don't have any heat erase. I only have the water soluble, and I did want to get the heat erase, because with this being cheaper thread, I don't know if it's going to run or anything, and I don't want to ruin an embroidery if it, say I use a pink or a blue and or a red and it run. I don't, you know. So I got some heat erase pens, and these are just from Walmart. They're like $5, $6 for the 2-pack. So I got those. And then I also got this book. It's called the 30-Day Challenge, and it's embroidery, and it's a day-by-day kind of guide for you to do like a pattern every day. I figured I probably won't actually, what in the world? My kid must have got sauce or something on it. But I may not do all 30 of these. I am going to start with day 1 though. Day 1, I'll show you a little bit of it. So here is some of the projects you'll be doing. So some of them like are super cute, and some of them is like, not so much for me. So I may not do all of them. So there's 30 for like 30 days, and then it does have 2 bigger bonus projects, which my sister likes mushrooms, so she'll probably like that one. Those are not really my style. And then shows you like how to get started, things you need. Even shows you how to like separate embroidery floss, which is kind of cool. How to start your threads, like, and secure them into the fabric. It shows you how to set up your hoop, what to do if you have dark fabric that you're working with. It has a stitch glossary of all the different stitches you're going to be learning. And then, like, this one is day 1. It's a hummingbird. I will be doing this one more than likely, just because it's cute. And I have a lot of plants around my house, so it feels kind of like I need a hummingbird to go with my plants, right? So there's that. And it has the instructions, the colors you need, any special stitches or anything, or what stitches you're using. And then in the back, if I'm not mistaken, yep, template is in the back of the book. So you have the templates right here that you can trace or print and do that way. I'll probably be tracing it. And I actually believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have some light pink tie-dye-ish kind of material. I think it'd be pretty with that, because I'm trying to use up my scrap fabric that's not enough to make anything with to do. And use up some of the scrap material. I figured this would be perfect. Just simple little projects to do. But yeah, there's that. Oh, and it also shows you how to finish the project. So like once you finish the embroidery, what to do on finishing it. Finishing your hoops is what it's called. So I guess if you want to keep your project in a hoop, it shows you how to do a t-shirt and a bag. So it's pretty a nifty book. So if you've never did embroidery before, this is like, I would recommend this book because it shows you like anything you could know. Like if you need to know, it'll show you literally all of it. But they got some really cute patterns, and then they have some like really simple basic ones like these. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, I bought that book. So I want to start getting better at embroidery just because I haven't did it in years. And when I did do it, I did not do a very good job. But I was, let's see, how old am I? I'm 32. I'll be 33 in December. And I have not did embroidery since I was probably 13, 14. And I was just kind of drawing something and wishing it well, because I didn't know how to do the different stitches. I didn't have access to the different books or whatever to do things. So now I've been drawn to embroidery again. So I want to start doing it more. And we'll see what happens. So I do have this. And I do have this I'm going to do first. And then I do have a kit that I got, which I showed in my last video, from Walmart on sale, that I will be doing as well. But first I'm going to start with these two, because this one for one has a video of like how to do everything. And this one is just simple projects for me to kind of do to get better at it before I do something more intricate, I guess. So, but yeah, that's the only thing I've been keeping track of this month, with it being September. The only project I did was those socks, and I used 50 grams of yarn, which that was a little bit left, but I've decided, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. If I use basically almost all of the ball of yarn, I'm just gonna hit and count the whole ball. Now, if it's like a half a ball of yarn, then that's different. But like those socks, I use almost the whole thing. I think there's like maybe 10 grams, if that left. So I could probably make a bookmark with that. But I'm just going to round it up, and I have a jar. It's not a jar, really. It's not a globe. Oh my gosh. It's not a vase. It looks kind of like a vase, but it's a wide mouth. Like it's a bigger vase. That I am going to wind it up and just put it in there and fill up, and then figure out what I'm going to do with that then. Whether I do anything with it or not, I may just end up tying it all into a blanket, making a big blanket out of it. I don't know. We'll see. But as of right now, today is the 7th of September. I have only used up one ball of yarn, and I've used 50 grams. So we'll see if I can do better next week. So in total, since I started doing this, I have used up 2,785 grams of yarn and 14 balls, which is pretty good. So we'll see. Let's see what I can get done for next week. Until then, bye.